Walk or crawl through your home to plan what you might need to prevent accidents and make your home safe.
Yep, that's what I thought. There's my cockroach bait. Put it away in the cupboard.
There are a variety of child-proof locks available so you can secure dangerous or toxic items away in a cupboard.
You just press a button, those two buttons, and try and drag it out. Buff. Button.
So this one just sticks either side and then it just unlatches. It's pretty simple. And that's mainly because there's lots of bits of electrical bits and pieces in there. And then just the gate at the bottom of the stairs, which we only just put in, because they're obsessed with trying to climb the stairs. He loves just standing at the gate actually now.
Most gates are easy to install and can prevent falls.
She's gonna start crawling soon. What I'm gonna do is put the gate on, because when we start cooking dinner, we both sort of help each other to cook dinner, and want her to stay away from hurt foods and stuff. Handle, which you pull up.
The more you can do to make things safe, the less often you'll need to interfere with her exploring and experimenting. You can print out the choking and CPR mini poster from the Raising Children website and tape them to the fridge with other important numbers. It's good to be prepared just in case. Dishwashing powder, especially when it comes in little biscuit shapes with sparkles, is enticing and extremely dangerous. One curious bite would be so corrosive it could be fatal.
Stoves produced prior to 2001 were unstable, had a tendency to be unstable, and children have actually stood on the door and tipped the whole lot over on themselves. What we've done, this stove is one of those stoves, and what we've done, we've just put a simple hook there to hold it in place. But the main thing is that you secure it so that it doesn't tip. That's designed so that children can't get access to those cords.
Yeah.
And that simple Velcro lock, it works quite well on the fridge so that children can't get into that.
I'm using this one, so it's for the door. Every time we leave the door open and she's trying to close it by herself, she can always protect her own fingers. So.
With blinds, blind cords can be quite dangerous, and children have actually strangled on blind cords.
Put her away from her.
If you're in a home where you've got battery-operated smoke detectors, which are fine, it's really important that you check those batteries regularly. And what we recommend is, and as does the Fire Brigade, that you check those batteries when you turn your clock over at daylight saving time, so that you remember to do that.
Bathrooms might be convenient for adults, but they're a minefield for kids.
I give them a lot of freedom in the bath, but I'd never leave them in the bath on their own. They only need this much water to drown. It's not like they have to be covered, or she could flip over and not be able to turn or bang her head or hurt her. Don't want to think of all the bad case scenarios.
Like my son and daughter were in the bath and I said, I'm just going to go get a towel. And I heard, wah! And I came back in. They weren't in the bath. And she had pushed him in, fully clothed. And I was beside myself, freaking out. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. You know, all the information out there, don't leave them in the bath unattended. Well, they don't tell you when you're running the water and they can't really climb in the bath, and the bath's so high and you don't really think about it. You know, you've got to be wary of that.
Remember that children under 10 years old cannot be trusted to look after a baby.
But I think it's, in terms of bathing, I think it's important that you never leave them alone, even if they're in a bath ring or in a bathtub with very little water, because they say that babies can, you know, very easily just fall over and drown, even if it's just a little bit of water.
Bath seats, like this one, we don't recommend them. We don't recommend that you leave a child in one of those, bearing in mind that although they look stable, they're not that stable. The suction cups can come off the bottom of the bath, the baby can tip over and subsequently drown. Stickers are a good idea so that children don't slip over in the bath. And they're fun for the kids as well. It's just a little cushion type thing, and it goes onto the tap there so that children, when they're in the bath, don't hurt themselves if they jump up or fall down.
Remember to unplug all electrical items near the bath to avoid electrocution.
She's starting to become fascinated with the taps in the bath, which is quite scary. Once you've filled up the bath, I always run the cold last and turn the taps off as hard as I can. Always run the cold last so that, if the tap does get turned on, there's going to be cold water or the touch of the tap is nice and cool.
So we're going to get the plumber out to regulate our hot water down to 50 degrees Celsius, basically so Hope can't accidentally burn herself or we can't accidentally leave hot water running. It does mean that there is less water pressure on our shower, but it's definitely worth the peace of mind. And these days you need to be conserving water, so every little bit helps.